It was my mother who gave me my middle name. When I was born, my mother was 26 years young. My first name passed to me from her mother, Jan Ray, but my middle name, the honor of that namesake, was reserved for my mother's best friend, Christine. I may not know Christine, but I sure as hell know the nature of the connection she had with my mother, and it is an indescribable honor to inherit that legacy. I like to think there's a bit of magic in the name I was given, and in the same way that my mother's female friendships raised her, mine raised me. At an age when seemingly no one was allowed to be themselves without suffering at the hands of ostracization, I found permission for originality in the little blonde girl who'd show up at my doorstep at 9 p.m. in a onesie, ready to eat cookie dough and watch crime shows until sunrise. I watched that girl get engaged just 4 months ago, as hot tears saturated with some of the purest love I've ever known welled in my eyes. What a gift to see a friend through the seasons. It was 4 years ago next month that I tearfully hugged my best friend goodbye before moving to a city where I didn't know a single soul. I wondered when I'd see her next. I wondered how long it would take us to grow apart. It makes me laugh thinking about it now, as if we'd ever let that happen. And the girls I found coincidentally, as if the universe was looking with pity upon that 18-year-old kid who had no idea what the hell she was doing in a new city all alone. The girls who were practically dropped in my lap with a note that read, "Just make it happen." We shared clothes, stole jewelry, did one another's eyeliner, because for the love of God, why is it so crooked when I do it myself? We'd sit in our 4th floor apartment like queens on thrones, commiserating over the rest of the world that just didn't get us, reassuring ourselves that we were, in fact, the best of the best. And who's to say we weren't? We'd hug each other when we cried, celebrate one another's accomplishments, and justify one another's vices. We were the best of the best, for each other. Early spring evenings were spent in the living room with the windows to the city pushed open. As the sun went down, the breeze would sharpen and our fingers would numb. But I don't think we ever cared all that much. The smell of the earth defrosting was exhilarating, an exhilaration that nearly matched that of the life we were living and loving. We worked shitty part-time jobs and paid $5 in quarters for one load of laundry and used friends' and family's IDs just to find the stickiest bars and clubs that would allow us to stay and dance for hours, and it was undeniably spectacular. We'd share in one another's laughter, most of the time out of understanding, but some of the time out of desire to simply share in it. We became friends with one another's friends because that's easy to do when you've found collective kindred spirits. We created a family for ourselves, bit by bit. But families grow. They leave. I will continue to age. I'll travel through the years that are yet intended for me in the same manner I always have. I'll love many more in the future, as most of my love has yet to be given and lived. But the only reason I'll know how to love is because these women taught me. It is in that way that I know Christine.